Welcome to the Psychic Soul Healer channel. My name is Laura, and I'm going to do a general message for Capricorn. Know that energy is fluid, so roles could be reversed. You may have to flip it, switch it, twist it. Just interpret the message as it best resonates for you. Always take what you need and leave the rest. Okay, we're going to jump right on into it. If you're new to the channel, anything of any relevance to the channel and any important links of mine, such as website, Patreon, you name it, you'll find it in the description box. Also, whatever giveaway I'm giving for the day. So if I'm giving away a free psychic reading, if I'm giving away, if there's a raffle going on, if you can win a free tarot deck. A lot of times I'll be giving away my deck. You'll just have to say the magic word, or which you'll always find in the description box, or there will be directions to do something, again, in the description box that will allow you to enter into winning. So for today, it'll be if you write the word forgiveness in the description box, not in your comment bar. If you write the word forgiveness, you subscribe to the channel and you like this video because you resonate with it, you automatically enter into winning a free psychic reading with me. Now, you'll know it if I chose you, if you see the word winner underneath your comment. If you did, then just reach out to me at pureenergyhealer70@gmail.com. Again, those directions will be in the description box below. All right, for those of you that are new, I always like to start the channel off looking at the spiritual energy first, because that's going to let us know why certain things are happening within your situation. Oop, I never read my deck backwards or upside down. Invincibility. Because they're just character cards. And the characters are either gift or shadows. So invincibility obviously would be a strength. Whenever I forget to take this out, it's like I treat it as a joker card. And it's been coming out a lot lately. So I've just been kind of keeping it, because I never feel that there's any mistakes when we're doing spiritual readings. Everything that's supposed to happen does happen. That's how spiritual energy works. So what you see with a empty card, that would be that a person, part of a person's identity is missing. And you say missing, well, trauma may be in place. Person might have gone through a traumatic period of time within their life, and they detached from themselves. So they weren't really creating themselves. They weren't really finding themselves. They weren't investing in themselves. So yeah, there would be like a part of their identity that was not created. For energy beings, our energy is made up of our thoughts and our emotions. And a lot of that is determined by what you experience, what you, what you're around, who you're around. Okay, unlock DNA. And just one more. I liked these cards a lot better than my last reading. I mean, but positive, much more positive. Last reading, someone was in a dark night of the soul because they were in a trauma bond. Omniscience. Well, and that went out a lot lately as well. And like I said, I like all these. The only card that I would say would be questionable is this card, but not if, like, invincibility, meaning whatever you're doing, Capricorn, you're putting a lot of energy towards it and you're not letting anything stop you. You're not letting anything get in your way. So I like that. To your purpose. Again, it's connecting you to universal energy. And really, why I say that is because God is the universe. Everything in the universe is made up of this love unconditional love, well, which is also universal energy. And it connects us to not just each other, but our path and what is supposed to come into our life in order to help us on our path, because the universe always conspires to bring us what we need in order to create ourselves, in order to manifest. All we have to do is believe. So the omniscience is that, invincibility is that, your faith is showing that. This emptiness is yes, because when you're creating yourself, you don't really know what it looks like because it's an unfoldment process. You're finding it. In scripture, it actually says nothing can take what's yours. And the reason why no one can take what's yours is because when you are on your soul's path, your intuition is leading you, and it's going to bring you to people, things, and situations that are going to mold you, that are going to help create you. They're going to shape your character. They're going to shape your perception of life and what you believe that you can have. And that's really the secret to unlocking DNA, because we inherit family karma. But part of family karma, everything is consciousness, first and foremost. You're only in physical form to learn and to manifest. So when we're talking about the Akashic records, right, and your soul programs, we're talking about your DNA. We're talking about your unique imprint. And that has to do with all your lessons, how you perceive yourself, what the situation was, what your karmic lessons are, what trauma bonds you might have, what like obstacles and karmic lessons and programs you need to learn. Like all those things are held within your DNA. So we inherit DNA from our environment because that shapes our DNA. And obviously we get our DNA. Our DNA is activated through our environment because we form behaviorisms that turn on and off our DNA. So when your habits are in alignment with what your ancestors did, but they suffered karmic consequences of sickness, or again, poverty consciousness, which is a sickness, is just a spiritual sickness. Well, you too would have inherited that. So you're breaking karmic blocks by unlocking your DNA, not making sickness and sadness and poverty consciousness part of your DNA. And that's because of your commitment to who you are. So that's why I said I like the cards, because the cards already were telling me very positive things. It wasn't telling me anything about love. It was telling me about yourself, again, from a spiritual perspective. So for those of Capricorns that are not in a relationship, this is where you are. Now I'm going to pull if you are in a relationship, just to make the reading a little bit longer, because that was just the message. Keep doing what you're doing. You're exactly where you need to be, because your path isn't 100% created yet. You're still in the unfoldment process. That was what that empty card represented. But you're doing what you need to do, because you have to unlock DNA. You have to, and part of that is first examining what family and ancestry did, and then it's doing different things that is going to help your mind evolve consciously, because you get to see a different result. That's how healing is integrated. That's how you integrate the spiritual lesson. However, like I said, we may have healed in one aspect, but maybe still suffering in another. Again, when it comes to relationships, not saying that you are. I just want to see what's going on in your situation. I'm like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I don't know. I'm getting called for this one. So we're just going to see where it takes us. I feel like I'm not good enough for you. So if you're again unlocking DNA, it wouldn't be uncommon if you were connected to someone for them to think that they're not good enough for you because maybe these persons used to people chasing them. Because whatever you're doing is exactly where you're supposed to be. Trust. I feel very uneasy in this connection because I can no longer trust you. I feel like that's you, actually, Capricorn. I feel as if you were in a relationship with someone that you don't trust anymore, which is why you put your energy here. And that really is how you're unlocking your DNA, because you're creating yourself. And this is why your person feels like they're not good enough for you, because their tricks and their manipulation didn't work. They thought that they had you all figured out. They thought that they had their life all figured out, is what I'm feeling. And then, like, it was a series of events, and then you all were like the cherry on top of Towers. So you make me want to be a better person. Yeah, because you're a soulmate. It's not that you're not a soulmate. You were supposed to come into this person's life, but you were supposed to come into this person's life to show them how they could live. Not all soulmate relationships are supposed to be romantic. Oh, don't underestimate that there most likely is a passionate connection, but if your person is on a different vibration altogether because they're not stepping into their best self, because they were manipulating and playing games, which is why I felt like that's how you unlocked your DNA. You didn't try and fix this person. You tried to fix yourself, where you were brought up in a family that I feel one parent tried to fix the other parent. It was very codependent, or one parent showed up and the other parent never showed up. So it was very imbalanced. And so instead of you recreating that experience, even though it's a soulmate connection, you decided to put the energy into yourself. So that tells us that. I'm going to just pull one more card because it looks like I have someone at the door. We will be together again. So I feel like your person plans on trying to step it up to match your energy, and they're going to try and come to you to win you over. And if this is a true soulmate relationship, well, then you're supposed to be with this person. We'll see. Let me pull one more card. I'll make that person wait. They were actually supposed to be here at 9 o'clock. But I knew that was going to happen. But I said, I am going to persevere. I don't care. I will make them wait. Okay. I keep replaying everything that happened between us in my mind. It hurts too much. So your person is really bothered by what they did. And that's why. And I feel like you are too. I feel like you both are. Because again, it's a soul's relationship. So they want to step it up to your level. You are an angel in my life, and I want to be one in yours. No one gets me like you do. I feel like it's a soul's relationship, but not a trauma bond relationship, because you did not entertain this toxic behavior when they played games. You fed yourself. You created yourself. You unlocked your DNA. And that really taught your person. They're not used to people like that. They're not used to people. Maybe, again, your person, I feel like, gives a good appearance. They look good. They might have a lot of money. They might have a great job. They have an air about them, a confidence that makes them very attractive. However, I don't feel as if they're as confident as they play it off. So again, by you not falling for their ways and their manipulation, and really putting the energy into yourself and making things happen on top of it, You're unlocking DNA because you're healing yourself. You're breaking karmic contracts of family karmic contracts by creating yourself. And that's healing yourself. So it's unlocking your DNA, which allows you to transcend the limitations of your ancestors. And your person, or the person again, that's the soulmate, is actually seeing you as someone like that's an angel because you taught them how to live. So I'm going to leave it there before my dog jumps right out of the house. Bye-bye, Capricorn. If you resonated with this, let me know, because it doesn't show that your person's in your life, but it does show that they admire you. I feel like until your person would come to you and really talk to you, will you really know what you would want to do with this situation? But you influence their life. And sometimes that's what the soul relationship was supposed to teach. It was supposed to teach you to step into your true self and realize that this person wasn't really good enough, to break those karmic contracts, those family contracts, put the energy into yourself, grow yourself, become yourself. Don't try and fix someone. Become your best self. And for this person, stop trying to manipulate people. This is the way you're supposed to live. You can have it all, but look how out of balance you live. And look at this person. And yes, there was a lot of passion for you. They have a lot of passion for you. Otherwise, they wouldn't stick around long enough for you to influence them. But that's all that was. And it was almost for you to have some dignity and say, hey, you're not going to treat me like a piece of crap. You're not going to give me less than what I deserve. I'm stepping into who I am. I'm going to show you what I'm made of, so that person would eat crow, would surrender their ego. So, and they're going to come back to you and they're going to apologize. They think that it's going to rattle your world, but they are still coming. We'll save what you'll do for next reading. Let me know whether you resonate. I'll talk to you guys all soon. Bye, Capricorn.